Hi everyone, Simon here. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, well, part two, my musical discoveries. And today is going to be a duo, another duo, called Pete and Bas. Yeah. Um, Now, how should we say this? Pete and Bas, they are of the older generation. Yes, the older generation. But they do rap music. And it's really good. It's really good. Yeah. Now, how I first discovered Pete and Baz was probably about 5 years ago now. Um, it was on social media. I think it was on Facebook. It was one of these. Somebody had posted something, and it was these two gentlemen doing a rap song, and it was about like being older. Basically, was the context of the song. And I'll be honest, I thought it was a comedy sketch. Yeah, especially when all the comments were about these two guys doing it better than all the young boys. Yeah, and I honestly thought it was like a BBC Three comedy sketch from a comedy show. Didn't really think it. I thought it was good. I thought it was entertaining. I thought what they were doing was really good, but I didn't realise they were actually a musical act. Anyway, fast forward a few years, and I just happened. I was watching something, and the person I was watching on a YouTube video was talking about a band that he liked, which weren't Pete and Baz. It was a different band called the Northern Boys, and I thought, well, I never heard the Northern Boys, so I did a little search for them, and sure enough, I found the Northern Boys, and I honestly wasn't that enamored with the Northern Boys. However, in this, when, sorry, suffering from a bit of a cold. On YouTube when you're watching something and then you get the recommended videos. Well, there was these two older gentlemen, and I thought I recognise these guys, and then it twigged. I'd seen them before in this what I thought was a comedy sketch. So had to listen to some of the music, and they are not a comedy act at all. Oh, and I tell you something, they have really worked at their craft. I went down a bit of a deep dive of listening to virtually everything they've done, and you can definitely tell they have progressed in terms of their ability over the past 5 years. If we take when I first saw them 5 years ago to now, they have progressed a lot. Really good. The vocal deliveries, especially, really sharp. Um, so I did a bit of research on them. Yeah. So Pete and Baz, they seem to have been friends for a long time. Yeah. How they got into rap music was Pete, basically, is one of his grandchildren turned him on to rap music, and he kind of started really enjoying it. And then he decided that he wanted to do it himself. Yeah, maybe it's like you know, a little aim he had set himself, younger in life. One day I'm going to be a musician type thing. Um, so he contacted his friend Baz. Yeah, now Baz has a bit of a musical background. From what I can understand, he's a pianist, and he used to play on like cruise ships and such like. Yeah, so he does have a musical background. Initially, from what I understand, Baz was like, not sure this is for me. But I think Pete badgered him and badgered him until he agreed to do it. And I believe they then decided to record some songs. Um, and what they've come out with is amazing. It really is amazing. And they seem to have been continually recording and recording and recording, yeah, and learning their craft and honing their craft. Um, so you will find lots of just singles, you know. Um, Now, as of a couple of weeks ago, they released a debut album called Mugshots, which I highly recommend listening to. Um, they are They are really good. They are really good. Don't look at them and think, oh, these old boys, what are they doing? Uh, they're really good. Yeah, they've worked hard. I think they've got some people behind them, like family members, helping them. I remember reading in an interview with them that what they do is when they're writing the lyrics for their songs, because they want to appeal to a younger audience, they get their grandchildren to help them with the more modern terminology. Um, because when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, these are well crafted, and not what you would expect people of the older generation to say. So it makes sense that they get their family, the younger members of their family, to help them. Um, Also, as well, is in a lot of their videos, they seem to have incorporated their mates. You know, their mates appearing in videos. So the guys that I mentioned before, the Northern Boys, they're in some of their videos, and background members dancing around. In some of the songs, they also um, provide verses as well. So Pete and Bas doing their thing, and then their mates do their thing as well. It's like there's one song of theirs called Cipher, or is it Window Frame? Might be both, where there's like guest vocalists on there as well, which are their mates, and it's good because when you're watching the videos, it just seems to be them and their mates just having a bit of a laugh, which is it's a good thing. Um, so what I like to do with these musical discovery videos is they are new. Remember, this is only episode 2. I'm still working on the format. Is a couple of songs that I would recommend of theirs. So the first one, and this is my personal favourite, is called Shuffle. Very, very good, very well produced as well. Whoever does the production on the actual stuff really has done good production. Yeah, obviously, me being a producer, I dissect the production. Um, so yeah, it's been really well done. So Shuffle is my favourite song of theirs. Also, another one is called Sindhu Sesh. Yeah, highly recommend listening to that one. That's great as well. Also, a third one, Top of the World. Yeah, some really good stuff going on there. Really good stuff. Now, they don't have a channel as such. Most of the songs are either on the YouTube channels of Sindhu World or GRM Daily. Yeah, I will put links below, but they do have like Instagram and Facebook and all that profile. So I'll put the links for those below as well. But I highly recommend checking them out. So, my musical discovery for this week, Pete and Bas.